Tones, welcome to your first Like a Version on Triple J.
Thank you.
I feel like this has been a long time coming, but it's crazy to think that this time last year you hadn't even uploaded your first song to Triple J Unearthed. What is this like for you right now?
Yeah, the Like a Version is so much fun. It's something I've always wanted to do. So being able to do it today and do something a bit different and not have someone ask me to play Dance Monkey for the millionth time is amazing. So thank you for letting me do this.
So I am actually going to get you to play Dance Monkey. So well, let's talk about the fact that you just performed Dance Monkey on Jimmy Fallon in the US. You made your US television debut. How was that? What was that like?
Yeah, that was really fun. I don't really think about where I am at the time when I'm doing things, so I just play it the same way. But then afterwards, like, that's when the feeling rushes in, and I think it's just crazy, surreal to be able to say that I've done that. And I met Jimmy Fallon, and he was really, really lovely, and made it really easy, and the audience were really nice. And
yeah, well, you got a standing ovation, so clearly you got the tick of approval from them.
Yeah, I didn't realize I got a standing ovation until I saw it somewhere. Or someone told me, because I was so nervous at the time that I didn't look up.
Yeah. I feel like the phrase, "you've had such a big year," gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
But what would you say to yourself even 6 months ago if I said to you, in 6 months' time, you'll have performed on Jimmy Fallon, made your US television debut, had a billboard in Times Square with your face on it. What would you go back and say to yourself?
I don't know, because a part of me wants to say that stuff in particular is really crazy, but there was a part of me that always knew that this is what I was meant to do. I didn't think any of that would happen. But when you stop doing anything and everything and just focus on music, it's not because it's a chore, it's because you know that this is what you're meant to do and that's all you're going to do. So it's like, I never thought of Jimmy Fallon, I never thought that, I never thought the billboards, but being able to break into some kind of industry and being able to share my music, I was just going to do that anyway with busking. But all that stuff that comes along with it, you just don't even think about it. You don't think that's even a possibility.
And that love and that passion that you displayed during that busking era has clearly, translated into this as well. You've still maintained that integrity. How does it feel knowing that your music is translating on an international scale, on a global scale?
I think that the way that my music is resonating overseas is amazing. I mean, at the start, I thought it was just the one hit, but going overseas and playing some shows, I'm realizing people are singing along to Never Seen the Rain more and Jimmy more. Never Seen the Rain, people sing along to that at every show more than Dance Monkey. And Jimmy, people love Jimmy. So it's I'm really thankful that people are looking past this one song and, trying to see a bit more of what I'm about.
So clearly you aren't performing Dance Monkey this morning. What are you giving us for your original?
Never Seen the Rain.
Why have you chosen this one?
Well, out of the songs I've released, it's my favourite one by far. It gives me more freedom to sing in whatever voice I want. I wrote Dance Monkey up here, and that's how I have to sing it. Never Seen the Rain. I mean, my voice is naturally high, but it gives me more flexibility to have fun and be a little bit more myself, And I just love what it stands for as well. So I really wanted to try and do a different version of that song.
You really gave that song the space to move and to really ad-lib and let your range shine. Does that take you back into a busking realm, having that space?
Yeah, I think, especially because I've only released the 6 songs. The only song with a slower speed to it is Colorblind. But otherwise, those other songs were made quite in your face. But busking and stuff, that's where I get to just have fun and do what I want. And it's really fun to be able to get the opportunity to just be myself and not have to constantly fit a melodic structure that everyone wants to hear, because otherwise it's dissatisfying for the people at festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. The last time that we spoke to you on Triple J, you were actually on the ARIA's red carpet. You were gearing up for a performance, but you also ended up taking home a few awards, in fact, 4. Best Female Artist, Breakthrough Artist, Best Pop Release, Best Independent Release. Does that recognition feel good when you think back to when you're in Byron, writing and recording and being in the studio 5 days a week, busking all weekend? How does it feel to get that recognition, knowing how much hard work you've put in over the years?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I never thought would ever happen to me. never thought that things like that happened to people that you or people you knew, or just something that, no one thinks that. So, to be up there is a totally different experience. And the fact that I've lived that moment is crazy because, it seems like something that I maybe have dreamed. And even right now, sometimes I don't have any emotion to things because I just don't feel like it's real. And then it takes like a moment for me to like be on my own, maybe even sometimes a month later, for me to like really like take it all in.
I can imagine it would be quite overwhelming. What do you do to ground yourself or get back down to earth?
So I just, whenever I can, I hang out with my friends, and that really just helps. And, sometimes it's not possible. So, I just do what I can, keep in contact with them, and just focus on the good things and stay off my phone, enjoy the world.
Well, why have you chosen this one for the Lack version today?
Because this is a song that I decided to cover when I started busking. I learnt this, and it became like the song that when we were all at the Arts Factory, like, in the under the stars. I know it sounds corny. And a song that everyone, no matter what country we were from, we could all sing along to, and everyone knew the words, and we just had a really good time, and it was great vibes. So I wanted to create the vibes from that song, like, and bring that to like everyone instead of just having that as something I play at shows.
I feel like that's almost had three parts to it. Is that how you used to envisage it when you were busking?
When I played the song, I love to start it off real soft and ambient, and then bring the mood up and get everyone dancing, and and then bring it real slow down again, be able to do whatever I want, give myself flexibility, and then bring it right up for like a big ending. But then obviously I had Jordan, and I was like, I have to get Jordan involved because he's a wizard and amazing. So we made another part too, which is like a hip hop kind of bridge section. Yeah.
Jordan Dennis providing another verse on that track. And why did you want everyone to be wearing these particular shirts for the Lack version today?
Well, I've always tried to get those tees out there as much as possible. Like the AFL Grand Final, we had them as well. And I think that like trying to bring together as many people as possible is so important, and to show people what's the most important thing in the world, which is, music and love and happiness. And sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I say mean things, or not in the morning, but like if I'm angry or annoyed, I say something that I regret, and I regret it straight away, and it makes me feel like shit. And then sometimes I do the opposite. Sometimes I'm in a great mood and I say something really nice to someone, and I feel really good about myself. And I don't know, I just feel like sharing that philosophy, which should be something that's very easy to understand, but it's not, is so important. So, I mean, I don't care what anyone else wants to do or chooses to do. I'm just going to be positive, and I'm going to be a good person. And I've always supported that, and I've always told people that, and I'm going to continue to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And on that note, we're heading into a new decade, and when you released your latest EP, The Kids Are Coming, you said that you were, you'd gotten to a point where you can speak about the shit that you really want to speak about. So with that in mind, what do you want to say in the next few years?
Well, I feel like it's hard for me to really say things. It's more of an example, I think, that I need to set now. I mean, I have a following that I'm really thankful for, fans and people that look up to me, young kids and old teenagers and young adults that look up to me. And I think that instead of talking about what I want to do, I just need to be the best version of what I can be, and a good person. And hopefully maybe that'll inspire the younger generation to not come out guns blazing about chicks and ass and tits and whatever bullshit people talk about these days. And maybe we can do something positive.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. A little less of this, a little bit more of setting the example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk next year. What are your plans?
Next year I'm going to release an album, but I actually want to create a live show and put it on at like a theatre, like a forum or something, and create a live show that's almost like a visual show too, not on a screen, but there will be screens. It's not quite theatre because that's weird. Like, not, for me, that's something I wouldn't do. It's not theatre, but I don't know how else to explain it. So it'll be like me finally talking about me, but through a show. So like people always want to go more in depth when they talk to me, and I don't want to do that. I never do that. I don't like that. So I'm going to put it into a big show and
like
do
a cabaret?
like an evolution of my life and who I am as a person through my music and by each moment that I have released that music and that story.
Yeah.
And put on like a visual show and me singing. So vocally it'll be me. There'll be a band, there'll be a choir, there'll be actors, there'll be dancers. And what it will do is like start off with like me on a stage busking with all my busking set up. The back screens will be just brick walls, people walking past and no one stopping, and then a crowd growing and growing and growing, then like the blackouts, and it's just, I just want it to be, I can't explain it, but that's what I want to do next year. I want to direct more of my own shit. So I do all my film clips. I want to direct like a live version of a film clip that goes for the same amount of time as a show would.
Yeah. Seems like you've really got the visuals down for that. Is that something that you've gone into this project with in mind?
I've had it in mind for the last few months, but we've only started working on it just recently.
I'm excited for Australian audiences to see it and learn more about the Tones and I story. Thank you for giving a piece of yourself and your live performance for Like a Version today. Tones and I, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Triple J. Love you.